Look closely at people in their 80s who still travel, maintain their own homes, and live independently. There is a quiet mystery in how they got there. It is easy to look at a thriving older adult and assume they simply won the genetic lottery. We often write off healthy aging as a product of pure chance. But treating longevity like a roll of the dice has a side effect. It creates a sense of hopelessness. If our physical future is already written in our DNA, there is little reason to put in daily effort. Researchers studying this demographic note a different pattern. Health later in life rarely comes from a single magical habit or a sudden, drastic lifestyle overhaul. This graph illustrates the reality of how these habits work over time. Healthy aging develops through an invisible architecture of tiny actions repeated consistently over decades until they compound into profound results. The people at the top of that curve do not live perfect lives. They just employ a consistent strategy to protect three vital aspects of their autonomy. The first layer of that protection is physical independence, and the mechanism to maintain it is steady movement. Resilient adults integrate movement into the natural flow of their daily lives, favoring frequent, low-intensity activity over the occasional exhausting gym session, like walking to the store, tending to a garden, stretching in the morning, or standard household chores. Alongside daily motion, maintaining muscle tissue requires basic strength training focused on preserving physical utility. Muscle supports the activities that keep a person self-reliant. It provides the power to easily stand up from a deep chair, carry groceries up a flight of stairs, and maintain steady balance. The human body is highly responsive to the demands placed on it. When it receives regular signals that movement and strength are still required, it works to maintain that mobility. Thoughtful pause. Physical capability supports the body, but the psychological framework of aging depends on the active preservation of identity. Thriving older adults consistently point to the importance of having a specific, defined reason to wake up and start the morning. That motivation takes many forms, like guiding a growing family, volunteering in the community, teaching a skill, or dedicating hours to a creative hobby. This sense of purpose thrives when paired with continuous mental stimulation. The mind requires an ongoing influx of new information to stay sharp. Engaging with a complex book, exploring an unfamiliar idea, or mastering a new skill acts as a direct engine for cognitive health. The brain absorbs and structures these inputs, building new pathways. Sustaining that lifelong curiosity is the primary mechanism that keeps a person mentally engaged and firmly rooted in their sense of self. The final pillar connects the mind and body. It involves cultivating an environment that sustains everyday joy. A significant part of that environment is social connection. Emotional well-being relies heavily on the support structures we build around ourselves. Actively maintaining friendships, nurturing family relationships, and participating in local groups creates necessary opportunities for support, conversation, and shared experiences. That nourishing social environment functions best when matched with a nourishing physical diet. A balanced baseline typically emphasizes vegetables, fruits, whole protein sources, and healthy fats. Researchers find that rigid nutritional perfection is largely unnecessary. Long-term dietary consistency is vastly more effective at supporting overall health. The final habit supporting this environment is the prioritization of deliberate rest. This practice extends well beyond 8 hours of sleep. True recovery includes conscious stress management, dedicating time to quiet reflection, and maintaining calming daily routines. A resilient body and an engaged mind require this exact combination. Strong social ties, balanced fuel, and the grace to rest are what sustain a high quality of life. Healthy aging centers on the intentional construction of quality of life, focusing on the habits that sustain independence and engagement. You do not need to execute a flawless routine. The people who navigate their later years with grace simply continue giving their bodies and minds gentle, regular reasons to stay active. This means you do not need to adopt an exhausting, rigid regimen starting tomorrow morning. The work begins with highly accessible choices you can make right now. Walking a little further, calling an old friend, or putting together one balanced meal. These decisions are small, individual votes for your future. Over years and decades, those seemingly insignificant choices compound into a highly resilient life. By deliberately committing to these small actions today, you secure your own independence, allowing you to face the coming decades with genuine hope.
Remember, life after 50 isn't about slowing down. It's about living stronger, healthier, and happier. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. This is Longevity After 50, adding life to years, one step at a time.